everybody. My name is Rick. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Hi everybody. I've decided to make some lasagna. Because we're being shut in because of this COVID-19 virus, I decided to make a large batch, and I'm going to vacuum seal and freeze some of it so that I'll have ready to go meals later on in the month and next month whenever this thing quits. Anyway, this is a double batch, and I'm making it in this 10 by 16 lasagna pan. The recipe that I'll post for you down below is regular size for a 9 by 13. So you can have just a regular size. But if you want, just double it and get a 10 by 16, and you'll have a lot of lasagna left over. But I've developed this recipe over the years, and I think you'll really like it. That was hope. I don't know whether you heard it or not, but hope is still staying with me. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the recipe, and thanks for watching. The first thing I'm going to do is to brown the meat. So I have 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef at 85/15, and I have 1 pound of Jimmy Dean hot sausage. Now I'm starting to brown the meat, and that'll probably take about 10 minutes or so. So we'll come back when this meat is ready to go. I got one of these little chopper gadgets from Pampered Chef, I think it was. Anyway, you can see the end. It breaks up the meat in the skillet, and it's kind of a handy little gadget. So I'll show you how it works here. Just put it in there, and it breaks it up all nice and fine so you get even texture in the meat. Handy little gadget. Okay, the meat is nicely browned now, so now I'll transfer it and keep it warm, and we're going to saute some onions next. This is a little gadget that I bought years and years ago, and it's used to chop onions, bell peppers, and that sort of thing. I didn't think they made them anymore, but yesterday I was down in Walmart and they had something very similar, so you might be able to get it. Let me show you how it works. Inside are some chopping grates. There's a small one and a large one. Oops. This is a little thing to clean it out. When you're finished, you can just go like this and clean all the stuff that's in the middle there, clean it out of there. So what you do is you put the size chopper box that you want on there, and you put the top on, and I've cut these onion rings to about a 1/4 inch thick, these onion slices to about a 1/4 inch thick. You just put them on there like that, hit them down, and now you've got chopped onions, all nicely uniform sliced. So that's how it works. And now I'm going to put a little oil in the pan. And here are the onions, all nicely chopped up in a nice dice. So we'll put those in there. And we'll saute those puppies until they're soft. Oops. Okay, now that the onions are nicely sauteed, we're going to add the tomatoes. These are crushed tomatoes. And the tomato paste. Forgot to leave a bottom on this one. There we go. Okay. That gets the cans all nicely clean. Okay, we'll mix that up a little bit. And then it'll be time to add the spices. All the good stuff. And at this time, we can also put the meat back in. Hello, Smokey. Hello. Okay. We'll get the spices in there and get this mixed up. Okay, for the seasoning, we're going to need some basil, oregano, crushed red pepper, brown sugar, some salt, a half a cup of sherry, that's for this recipe for this amount, and a whole bunch of mushrooms. Did I tell you I like mushrooms? Anyway, we'll get that all mixed in, and then we'll just put it on covered up, and we're going to simmer it for probably 2, 3, 4 hours. Let it all get nicely mixed up and get all those good flavors to marry. Okay, I'll get this mixed up a little bit and covered, and we'll put her on to simmer. The sauce is now done. It's been simmering for over 3 hours. But apparently I left out an ingredient. It seems that the GoPro needed to go into the sauce. While I was stirring it, the GoPro lost the seal on the suction cup and it went splat into the sauce. But it's in a waterproof case, no harm, no foul. So I think I'll probably leave that out of the recipe from now on, but at any rate, we're ready to boil the noodles, get things ready to go, and then we'll put it together. Okay, we're ready to assemble the lasagna. The first thing I did was to spray my pan with a non-stick spray. Then, what I have here is cottage cheese, ricotta cheese, parsley, eggs, and some mozzarella cheese. Over here is my sauce, and here is the egg noodles that have been cooked according to package directions. So the first thing we want to do is to layer the bottom of the pan with the noodles. Just do this as best you can. There's no, you're not doing a pretty party. Just get it covered. Come on, there you go. Okay, do 4 that way, and then this is going to be a little shorter on this way. So it'll take no, it'll take the full one. There we go. Okay, now we have our first layer of noodles. Now we're going to take half of the cottage cheese mixture and spread it out over these noodles. That looks close enough. Okay, I find that a spatula, a narrow, thin spatula, works really well for doing this. So we'll just spread this out and then make it nice and smooth. This is kind of fun. like playing with Play-Doh. Okay, keep going and keep spreading this out. Get it nice and smooth. Okay, now that that's done, now we'll put 1/3 of the sauce on it. This is where it gets to be, you guess. Smokey's helping me count, as you can probably hear. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, we'll try that. And we'll spread this out. I'll do one layer and then we'll I won't bore you with the other layers because you're making, what we're doing is we're making 2 layers, and then we'll put a top layer on with the remaining sauce. Okay, there's the 1 layer. Now we'll put the noodles on for the 2nd layer, and we'll do it all over again. Now we'll top it with the remaining mozzarella cheese. Normally I don't like to use packaged cheeses, but because of the coronavirus, they didn't have any block mozzarella cheese. It was all gone. In fact, I had to go to 3 stores before I finally found some pasta noodles, some lasagna noodles. So anyway, we'll spread this out on top. There we go. Now I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil, and we'll bake it in a 375 degree oven for about 40 minutes, and then I'll take the foil off and bake it another 30 minutes until it gets nice and golden. Then we'll take it out and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before eating. Well, there's the final product after cooking in the oven for about 45 minutes. About 30 minutes covered, then you uncover it and 15-20 minutes uncovered, and she's ready to go. Now we're just waiting for it to calm down, and we'll rest it a little bit and then cut it up and we'll be ready to eat. This is the final product, folks, ready to eat. But first I have to give a piece of this to a friend of mine up in the hills north of me. Hang on a minute. Dick, this is going to be emailed to you as I promised this morning. So George, push the send key on the email, will you please? There you go. I hope you got it. Enjoy. Smokey and I would like to thank you for watching this episode of My Idaho Cabin. The recipe is down below, or you can find it at myidahocabin.com on the web. If you enjoyed the videos, please click on the subscribe button and click the like button. Thanks again, and this is Rick at My Idaho Cabin.